Liverpool Football Club are linked to Isak again. When will it end? Please stop. Now, I've already gone through this Vert stuff. You might have seen a previous video. And don't get me wrong, I'm not here to be salty, but I am in the same breath. It's just, what has Richard Hughes and Michael Edwards got cooking up in that literal office in AXE campus or Liverpool? I don't know what to call it. But it can't happen. But it can. That's the worst part about it. And I've done all the logistics around it and why it can happen. I had a live show and, you know, me, a gal, we had back and forth of it's not going to happen, it will happen, and why it can happen. And I'm here to explain why it can. And it's literally quite scary, the fact that I've done some mathematics on a calculator and it works out. And some. No one's even considered that yet. And the thought of thinking that Isak, there's a possible or a literal chance that this might go through might be the end of days for football. For a while anyways. You know, we talk about domination periods or dominating periods. Is this the one? That's the real question. Let me know in the comments. Pretty much going to be a lot of Liverpool fans, but let me know in the comments. Anyways, can we get a like target of 500? That would be amazing. If we can't get there, then so be it. I'm going to be grateful for any likes that we can get along the road and any new subscribers. But yeah, Liverpool, Ben Jacobs came out, and Dave Seacop, I think his name is. I've been told he's a tier 2 Liverpool journalist or aggregator or something along those lines. And Liverpool fans look towards him when it comes to Liverpool news. And I've seen a lot of rivals in the chat as well, kind of agreeing with this as well. So it's not like it's unknown. You know, he's not getting, I can't really disregard him as a source, but it wasn't just him. Now, where I've got a gal saying this is just Liverpool PR probably, I mean, I don't remember Ben Jacobs being a Liverpool like tier 1, 2, 3, let alone 4, or let alone a representative for Liverpool. So, anyways, he come out saying there's along the possibilities that Liverpool will look to explore, you know, the Isak deal if there's a genuine chance. And it's not the first time we've heard this, is it, people? Because David Ornstein also said this weeks ago, literally about a month and a half ago, potentially, saying that, you know, clubs will probably, a couple Premier League clubs will look to test the resolve of Alexander Isak and Newcastle to maybe find if there's any sort of, you know, price that can be agreed upon. And I don't want to think about it, but it's just every time I think about Liverpool, their outgoings, how much money they can spend, PSR, and everything comes together, it's like, well, let's do some calculations now. Now, you bought Frimpong, and this is just going to be a rough estimate. I want to keep it to 5 and 10s if possible, because it's easier for myself and probably the viewers to add up. So Frimpong, I know he went for like 29 or 28, but let's just say, no add-ons, because they haven't been achieved, right? As it stands, Verts is 100 million. As it stands, let's just say Frimpong's about 30 million, right? And as it stands, Kirk is about 40 million. That's about 170 million. Now, if you're going to go get Isak, they're quoting him around 150 million pounds. And, you know, a lot of that's going to be, you know, guarantees is going to be 100. Let's just say about 110 and the rest with achievable add-ons to make up that 150. Now, Newcastle might want more. They might want to break the transfer, you know, the British transfer record again and something beyond then. And maybe through guarantees, I don't know. Let's just say 110, maybe 115. Now, if you put that all together, so let's just say 170 plus, that's about 280. Now we've got about 280, maybe stretching 290. You can even do 300. Let's say Liverpool have now spent 300 million this summer. Now you got to think about it. Darwin Nunez looks like he's going to go, let's just say 50 million. That's off the charts. I'm hearing Ben Doak, 20 million. So that's about 70 million, right? And forgive me if I haven't said all of them yet. If we keep going down the line, Jota money, there'll be something. Kelleher money, that's pure profit. That's something. Tyler Morton looks like he's going to get sold. Robertson looks like he's going to get sold. You got 10 million from Trent. And you keep going down the list. And it's like, well, that brings down a lot of the transfer kitty for them. And it's not unknown for a team to spend 200 million, right? Just, it don't need without sales. So now I haven't even included Diaz yet. That's another one. You know, no one's thought about that. And you've probably got to think about all the other academy products that might go as well. What about Elliott? Anyone forgot about that? I'm hearing 30 million. Jarrell Kwanzaa, 40 million. That's pure profit again. And if Diaz ends up going to Saudi because Barcelona's off the table, then this move looks more than achievable, doesn't it? When you think of the fees. And this is why I don't want to put out the realms of possibilities that Liverpool can go and acquire Isak. Now, something that, Michael Edwards is so brilliant at, and at the moment, Richard Hughes is pretty much, I think he's excelling in his role as a director of football, because it's everything coming to plan very quickly and smoothly. So it looks like they've got quite a good partnership going on. But what Michael Edwards is so good at is planning. His planning is probably the best in the world, in my opinion, right? We've seen it before. You've seen his vision. And Isak's 25 years of age. Wirtz is 22 years of age, I think. You're planning for the next 5 to 6 to 7 years. And if you go do it now, you won't need another striker for 5 to 6, 7 years. You won't need another attacking mid for 5 to 6, 7 years. And then all the other little bits and pieces will come together. Now, yeah, Liverpool might need to make a couple acquisitions, maybe another centre-back, but that'll be fine. It's well within reason and well within budgets. And you know what? When you deep it, if you want to do the net profit, it still makes sense. This is not allowed to happen, people. This is not allowed to happen. I refuse to even believe it. I don't even want to mince the words and think that, oh my God, I might actually see Salah, Wirtz, Gakpo, another shooter, and then Isak, the link man up front, and a gun man. I don't want to see. That is the best front line in the Premier League by a mile. By a mile. And you can't sit there as a rival and say, it's not going to happen. Not happening. Mate, they've got another 2 months of the flipping transfer window to go, and some. This is what I mean. Don't knock it because you don't like the news. I don't want to see this. I don't want to think about it, but I just can't help but do it. It's just, the transfer news is so dry. Maybe if I had something else to think about, then I might not think about it so much. But now I'm going to go to bed at some point tonight. I'm going to lay there and I'm going to think, okay, the fixtures are there. Man United's got this, Man United's got that, Arsenal's got that. And you just look at Liverpool thinking, they might have Isak. Like, that thought at the back of the mind, that the thought, they might have Isak. You can't help but laugh, isn't it? If you manage to pull this, if Liverpool manage to pull this, we might as well just stop watching football. We might as well just kiss the Premier League goodbye for the next 5 years. It's as simple as that. We might have to hope that they replace Salah when he eventually does leave and Van Dijk with absolute bozos. But every signing at the moment that Edwards is making, it seems to be a hit. Oh, what about Chiesa? Yeah, he looked like a hit. He just won a Prem. Who cares? He's peanuts. Didn't really sign anyone else. This man's fake. What resources has this guy got going on in the background that we don't know? There's something there that we don't know. Clearly. Anyways, for me, in my opinion though, people, because I will make more videos when Isak gets linked, I think it's all up to the player. I don't think Newcastle are going to sell. They're not going to want to sell. But if Isak says that, imagine there's an indication Liverpool put across the Isak's camp, say, there's a chance. There's a good chance that, with all the funds and, all these sales going out the door, they start to work it, give him hope. He might end up putting a transfer request in. It's only going to be up to Isak. But from my knowledge, Isak's very happy at Newcastle. He's happy to see out the season and see, what options he's got next year. But last time I checked, 1, I believe he supports Liverpool. And 2, his favourite ground is Anfield. Food for thought, isn't it? Nasty work. And then at least you lot can't say you can't tell Liverpool, Man City, oh, you're just buying the league, because this is literally just buying the league. But them ones where you just look at it thinking, like, fair enough. Anyways, people, smash the like button. Let me know your thoughts. Does Isak go to Liverpool? What's the possibility or percentage that he might end up at Liverpool as well? Does Newcastle sell? What amount of money would prize Isak away from Newcastle? What would Newcastle accept? These are the sort of questions we need to be asking ourselves. And this is the sort of questions that need to be answered as well within these journalists. Because if this is actually going to be concrete, and in the next week or so, there's going to be more like little filters of certain messages about Isak and that, we need to know the price. We need to know every little bit of logistics that can go through, so we can be like, fuck, this might actually be a reality. And then we can start panicking a little bit. But we'll see. It's a scary thought, but Still a long way off. Anyway, smash the like button and also subscribe if you're new. Back for more scary videos. Peace.